Circuit, Mexico City, where you already know the Gearzs action is going to be hot all weekend long. I'm joined with a new cast of characters here live. To my right, we have Ryan Fools, one of the most winningest and historically best coaches in Gearzs Esports history. Now he's joining us in the desk. Ryan, how you doing today?
I'm so excited to be here. Mexico always provides the best events. The community is incredible. And I'm also excited to share the desk with some of my very good friends in the Gearzs War scene, some buddies of mine. So looking forward to breaking down the action.
On. Speaking of which, I said one of the winningest coaches in PR. I think a tear dropped down here. As this man, former coach of Coach of Ghost Gaming, is joining us today. And then we have the man of the metaphors, Colin, joining us, who's been bringing such energy to the pro circuit all season long. It's a pleasure to be back and joined with these gentlemen for what's going to be a great match. Number 2, Colin, how are you enjoying the action so far?
I couldn't be any happier. Look, we're in the land of Gears of War, and I think this is the best venue. These are the best fans. We're getting the best action. For Christ's sake, we even got Carlos Ferro in the building. Dominic Santiago's running around the crowd.
And but can I tell you, these guys didn't know that it was Dom. And as soon as he said, "Sup, bitches," we got the entire crowd went crazy, and people were lining up to take pictures. So it's been a lot of fun live in the venue. The energy is amazing. But match number 2 is going to be a great one. We're going to, of course, have all the time in the world to break that down. But before we do that, let's get into the minds of the players on the main stage. It looks like we have Pau ready with an interview with Franchise & Co.
Forward to. We have a veteran player here, Franchise. This isn't your first rodeo. We were just talking. You've actually lost count on how many Gears events you've done. This is some veteran players, but your first time coming together like this. How mentally prepared are you for Mexico?
This is the hardest working team I've ever been on. That's saying a lot with how many teammates I've ever had. But we've worked really, really hard since we've come together, and we're ready to show it.
All right, Detox, your team's got a lot of passion and drive. I know there was a lot of smack talking on here. I personally like it. I feel it drives you guys. Your name's Detox. Is there any Detox going to be happening here?
We're just going to play our game, beat them up, and get out of here.
I want to know, what are your strengths coming into Mexico? This is a big event. This is where we separate the big boys and the little boys. What's the mental attitude coming into this?
Mental attitude is basically play our game, do what we have to do, because, setback with Vic, we have Keem, and we're just going to keep doing what we were doing when we had Vic.
All right, you heard it. Well, let's get this matchup started. Shake hands.
What we're about to see with these two teams on stage. I know it's going to be a grudge match. Colin, PR, I know you guys have both been watching online for the past couple of weeks. Talk to me about that.
I think it all starts with this online rivalry. It's kind of started between Rise and Denial, or even back when Franchise was on this old Echo Fox roster as well, where he kind of called them online kids to go over losing scrims and little 2K tournaments, and then Rise is, obviously they're going to talk back and be like, we're not online, we're here. So this is one of their first opportunities here to show that they're not an online team.
World War I was in 1919. World War II was 1939. World War III is about to happen on that stage, baby. I can't wait to get this thing started.
And that's the first of the many metaphors you can expect from the Southern Charm, the Southern Gentleman himself, my man Colin on the far left here. World War III about to ensue between these two teams on the main stage. We got Rise Nation. We got Denial. Let's learn a little bit more about these teams.
My name is DeMarco Gaines, my gamer tag is Gearzs, and I've been playing Gears for 10 years. The thing that keeps me coming back is just more of like, I haven't won yet, and I won't stop until that day comes. I'll win a few, and then maybe I'll think about retirement, but until then, I'm here for the long run. Being on a young team is hectic, but I'm willing to teach and be here for whatever they need out of me. So I like it, because I can learn from them too. The teams that are doubting us, I just don't pay them no attention. Don't worry about them. You're either gonna be a fan or you don't have to root for me. It's not bothering me at all.
And there you have it from Gearzs himself, one of the most underrated players, and he knows it, and he hates it, and he plays with that chip on his shoulder. Ryan, you've competed against him as a coach for a long time. Talk to me about Gearzs and what he brings to the table.
Yeah, I mean, Gearzs is one of those players who does the things that go unnoticed, right? He's one of those guys who fills the lanes, puts the shots in for his team. He has a team of very, very skilled players, very, very fast players who make the flashy reaction shots. While he still has the ability to do those things, he's much more comfortable being kind of on the back lines and making his teammates shine. And so he's a guy that every team loves to have, but not necessarily a guy who you always see in the top 10 plays.
You can't get much more shine, though, on that team because you got guys like Avexi and Detox. You said Gearzs does the unnoticed things. He does the dirty work. Gearzs and Avexi's and Detox, they go out there, they do the clean work, they do the crispy work, they get the power weapons, they make sure everybody knows what their name is.
And why is that work easy? Because you got a guy like DeMarco Gaines in the back, shooting that Lancer, getting those shots in, a little pistol there, a little LT there. So again, huge shout out to Gearzs, obviously a very, very good player. He's been doing this for a long, long time. He came up through Gearzs 3, right? That's when we kind of first saw him through those teams. We used to be Obey Gearzs, right, in the Hyphen days. So we'll love to see him on the main stage. That being said, though, he's up against a Titan in my eyes. And I think Denial's going to take the series 2-0.
The first of many disagreements between our analysts and casters here on the stage. It's going to be a fun one. You see Rise Nation on the screen right now. They're going to be going up against a challenge in a Denial squad that is set to be the second super team to be formed in Gearzs Esports. The merger of old Echo Fox, Ryan's old team, and old Ghost Gaming, Gearzs' old team to my left. It's going to be a great one. Old Town is the map to kick this one off. Can Franchise, the captain of this team, call the right shots, make the right plays, or will it be Rise Nation, the team that caught fire in Columbus, to take it away? To call the action, we have two of the greatest in the game, one of the best analysts, followed by one of the best play-by-play casters, PR. Colin, take it away.
Wow, Colin. What an amazing match for us here as game number 2. And this is honestly one of the ones I've been looking forward to on Friday is Denial versus Rise. Like we already talked about, you know, before how there's online rivalries going down with these two guys. And another thing I noticed before this match that we didn't really get to talk about too much was there was a little bit of an altercation or words exchanged between a player from one team and a coach on another team. Can you shed some light on that?
Hey, look, these rivalries run deep, and especially when you got that much hatred coming into an event like this, and you know you got to take advantage of any opportunity you get to drive that point home, try to get in the heads of your opponents. I love it. We're fighting wars on 3 facets. We got gameplay, we got mental play, and now we're going to get a break play because it looked like we got too hyped. We had somebody not load into the game. We're coming right back here to the desk, so you can hear some more jibber jabber from those of us here at the desk.
I like jibber jabber. I don't know about you guys, but I like the jibber jabber.
Yep.
Sounds like a lot of war is about to go down here. As I keep hearing these references to war, it gets me more and more excited for the match. But once again, to try to build some energy and momentum for you guys. It's the second match in a row. We had a little bit of a false call, but we're excited to get things underway. Ryan, you coached Franchise for a long time. You sat behind him as a little bit of a decision maker as well for the roster. What was the dynamic like between coach and player in Franchise?
Yeah, I mean, Franchise is a very unique player in the Gearzs of War scene because he's honestly has such a command of strategy, such a command of mid-round, right, in ways that we only see kind of him and Explosive sort of be those two leaders, right? We time and time again talk about Fran and Explosive being the two best in-game leaders in the game. So from my end, some of those things were a little easy, right? So what I would look to do is actually fill those voids in other areas because I know I have the best strategist in my eyes in the game at the time, right? And so for me, I don't need to necessarily reinvent the wheel because I kind of already have the master at work. So for me, it's about developing those soft skills with our players, right? Filling those lanes, filling those communication gaps. Fran's mind is working so fast, doing so many things at once. It's my job as a coach to fill in the things that his mind might miss in the middle of all the madness, right? So for just in little things, right? Man, people don't think about things like knowing how if you went on 1, knowing if you went on 2, knowing if you need a break, just all these little things that, you know, when you're calling so many things for so many players, you tend to forget about.
Yeah, very interesting insight there because having the humility to take a step back in that role is something that was important for you, and you had the humility and the emotional intelligence to realize that. One thing I want to ask, though, is now they have Fatal Strike behind them. An entirely different coach than that style of Ryan. Definitely more of an outspoken coach who likes to take charge, likes to take command. PR, I know you worked with them often back in the Ghost Gaming days. What's the difference there between a coach like Ryan and a coach like Fatal?
I think the main difference, you kind of spoke about it, is how vocal Fatal is. And he likes to be the guy kind of, maybe not necessarily Bill Belichick calling the shots because, you know, you have Franchise doing that. But he's that offensive coordinator. He's the defensive coordinator. He's letting them know, hey, you ran this try. Did it work? Did it not work? And he's kind of keeping those percentages of if the play is working or not, so you know to run it or not or what you need to change.
Yeah, meanwhile, we also have Fatal Strike, who is absolutely heated up in this tournament. Franchise as well. For those that did not hear, a little bit of controversy in the Gearzs of War scene. We're calling it Spygate.
Spygate.
A little
Spygate.
Okay.
All right, we're going with a little. That's the adjective you want to use.
Yeah, exactly. That's called an exaggeration right there. All of the VOD, for those that did not hear, all of the secret VOD, video on demand, the scrims, the strat, the communication, was leaked from Denial. They had a secret Twitch channel that they streamed to as an opportunity to watch strategies, to go over things. That channel was found, was then sent to every single team. Ryan, I know you used to actually be a part of that madness with us with the channel. What type of impact is that going to have in Denial?
All right, so I have the hot take here, right? So when you hear that at home, oh my God, all the VOD, all the strategy, all the calling, all that stuff, right? Sounds like it means the world, right? I'll keep it 100% with you guys. It's not that important in this scenario. My old NB team with franchise, some of these guys, we used to stream scrims every single day. I know a lot of you at home used to watch our streams all the time. We used to stream scrims all the time, right? We recently stopped, but that being said, we were still a notch ahead of absolutely everyone except for Optic, obviously. But I'm telling you, it sounds like it means a lot. I personally don't think it means that much. The game has been out for 3 years now, right? Players are playing at such a high level now, and there's so much strategy being developed. New things are coming out every single day.
Yeah, and one thing, Colin, I'm going to leave it last to you, and we're about to load into the game here, so I want you to be quick. I want you to be hot like you always do. Denial Esports. We got Icy, we got Franchise, we got Rezik on one team. What type of energy can we expect from this squad with Fatal Strike behind them?
Nuclear. It's nuclear energy. It's ready to explode all day long. All you got to have is one tipping point. One person get a little hot, one person get a little steamed. Next thing you know, explosions happen. You might get a 7-0 quickly if you're not careful, because those boys can take advantage of that emotion. I spoke to Icy yesterday. Good quotes.
Well, we're going to see what's going to happen here as it looks like the match is ready to go and underway. Once again, we have Colin, the play-by-play caller, and PR, the analyst, to my left, ready to bring you the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring you all the action here on Old Town. I can't wait to see how they spread the forces out. You're normally going to have one person go to those home hills, and then you'll probably have a 2v2 split, or maybe one team overload one side. But it looks like we are going to have even numbers across the board. Smokes come out. Detox in a big 2v2 situation. He's going to get rushed up on, though, by Rush. Rushy's in the back. He's going to get him down, so Detox is still roaming around. He's going to get cleaned up along with his teammate. Let's fly over to Gearzs, though, see how he can hold off the clock tower. Playing the home hills for his team. It's a big spot for him.
Yep, and typically you kind of see this where that home hill guy will either run up towards that bell tower side of the map or the middle to back him up. Gearzs knew his teammates over on B side died. He can't really press forward too much because he will get angled out. You see the setup for Rise Nation right now. Backs up against the wall, and it's going to look like Jerpy. Jerpy's going to be that guy right now with that smoke and tossed out by his teammate to be able to push up towards that statue side. Him and Avexi's are going to be the ones to make this play.
And I love that. They've used that smoke. They try to get this positioning right here in the middle. They're going to push Denial further back into that middle area. But once one kill comes out, now Jerpy has to play off his back foot. He's got to use these L triggers, try to get damage, try to get something to hurt. But he's going to get shot in the back, and he's going to get taken down and out. So now we're going to fly over here to the B hill. I love this. Look at Keem trying to go big for his team in a 1v1 versus Rushies and wins it. Had to make a hero play, but it wasn't quick enough. Sleepy Time on a big rotation takes out Keem, and the pressure still lies solely on Rise Nation in this first round.
Gearzs, he put himself in a bad spot. A couple of traded shots with Franchise. He's going to come out on top of that exchange. And if I'm Gearzs, if I'm Rise Nation, I'm going to go ahead and use that one-man advantage to go ahead and push up. And if you see the Gearzs, he's already doing that towards the bell tower. He's trying to be that distraction, get behind enemy lines. That's going to force the players back from Denial, where Rise Nation, the players on the other side of the map, can make that push. But Avexi's, he's going to get taken down early along with Detox as well. Gearzs, he's going to try and push up, try and spread the defense for Denial, so that way they can't really pressure for a triple cap just yet.
Man, it's almost like they're banging ahead against the concrete wall in this round. Every time they try to coordinate a push, they try to make something happen. They are waiting for them, and they make the correct play call to counter it. If I'm Rise Nation, this is kind of a huddle moment for me. You're late in the round, 175 to 95. You got to make something happen right here, right now, or this is slipping out of your hands.
Yep, Rise Nation just needs to go at this point. There's no organization that can happen for these teams. As you see Jerpy, he jammed his reload. He's trying to go straight ahead. Jerpy can't even really necessarily make a coordinated push. He needs to go in. He needs to break B. He can't even cap B. He needs to keep the train rolling, and that's what we need to see from Rise, every member of Rise Nation.
Jerpy's, he's here at the B hill. He knows he's in a tough position, but he's going to have to push up, and it's too little, too late. Round number one goes in favor of Denial, and that really is that emotion. They dominated that first round. Rise Nation kept banging their head against the wall. They kept trying to make something happen. But take a look at the very bottom there. Detox, no kills, no downs, 43 points across the board. You can't have that happen. That man is too good to be throwing up numbers like that.
Especially in that first round, there was many opportunities for Rise Nation to come back into this one. And you see the first weapon dropped of the match is going to be a sniper at B. Personally, I don't even know how to feel about it yet. But if you're Rise Nation, you have a coach who's playing right now in Keem. You have your analyst stepping in as the coach in Escamani. And I know for a fact back in this invitational, the charity invitational, it was Escamani. While he was at home, he was talking to his team, messaging them, and getting in calls with them and letting them know certain looks. And that's exactly what we need to see here from Rise Nation.
He's going to have to make some phone calls if they want to have a repeat performance of that invitational, because they were absolutely dominating, especially on this map, Old Town. But Rushies, and I believe that is the main himself, Icy, is playing that Diamond Cog character, that beautiful Diamond Cog. They're right here in this 2v2. Bit of a stalemate. They're waiting to see who can win that middle fight to give them some help. Franchise is going to get taken out on the home hill, so Drix will have control over that clock tower, I believe, on the opposite side of the map.
And I'm really curious to see what Drix did off of that kill, because typically you would see them try to push forward or try and get those extra kills in towards the middle, but Keem on the other side of the map, he's going to get a double kill. Rushies and Icy backs up against the wall for their team for just a moment. They're going to be able to pick up one kill. Icy does go down. Rushies doing what he can to save him, but he's going to get chunked away. The two more members of Denial are pushing up towards this B side of the map to save the round. They're going to go ahead and come out on top, but Colin, the lead is going to go over to Rise Nation in round number 2.
That's a big hero play there by Franchise. That's great rotation by him. Coming off that respawn, early death, but he comes over here, he gets the call out. Rushy says, hey, look, we need some help over here. One of us is going to go down. We're going to do a little trade-off. And then you see, look, they're going to play through this back street. They're going to continue to try to push this issue. They're going to try to get this sniper into their control. Even though Rise has control over that middle area, they're going to send their numbers to this back street and try to make something happen. But now Franchise and Rushies get taken out. Icy left on an island over here to try to make something happen. But there's 3 people looking at you, and that's never a good thing.
I almost thought Icy was going to be able to pull away with that one. Rezik forced to back up after his teammate falls over at B. You see him rotating around B. Finally going to go in favor of Rise Nation once more, but Denial on their back foot right now, forced to make some sort of push, start to make aggressive plays, but Sleepy goes down. Rezik is going to fall next. Rise Nation, they do have the upper hand here, and this is where you're going to tend to see them threatening for that triple cap. But luckily for Denial on the other side of the map, that's going to be Rushies and Franchise once again saving the round by decapping B.
And that's a trade coming out. Detox and Franchise trade right there on those steps of the sniper. So I believe the sniper's been taken off the map right now. You're just worried about a base setup. That sniper will be respawning here shortly, but it's not as important as getting a break. Rushies has to be a little bit annoying. Look at him. He's creeping up there. Catches the first off guard, but can't get the second.
It's just warm up right now for Rushies, because I know Rushies is one of those players to where you don't necessarily watch him and think he's the smartest player in the world, but he's one of the few players in the world where he can push into a 1v5 and get 2 or 3 of them almost every time. He's trying to make it happen there, but it's going to be Icy's turn, but he unfortunately is going to fall to Detox. Rise Nation in a good spot. They went off of one hill. They need to play some good defense and make sure they're not taking unnecessary fights here.
Icy thought he had reservations at that restaurant. He thought he was going to eat right there, but the big dog got sent home without nothing to eat. No doggy bag by Icy right there, but here we go. Here, it's a little bit out of your control. That's a huge kill, though. So now you can get all the pressure on Denial's home hill. Denial's going to have to fight out of a corner. They have nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. The members of Rise are right outside. You've got to fly. You almost have no time left to get to the other side of the map to get the break. So I do believe this second round will be wrapped up by Rise Nation, and it will go to a tie 1-1.
And this is the kind of match that some people might not have expected, but because of Powers being replaced by Keem due to an age, the age restriction. But I honestly think, yes, Rise Nation might be losing a lot of slaying power with losing Powers, but one of my biggest gripes with Rise Nation was they really had no direction besides Keem standing behind him as their coach. Now they have the guy that's going to lead them and direct traffic, playing with them, with their analysts on the backside, filling in the rest of those duties right there. So you have double coach power. So like I said, you lose a little bit of slaying, but you make up for it in other areas.
And that's what you got to do. Look, somebody drops a little bit here, you got to pick it up over here, and I'm sure you've seen it over all your years of competing, casting, coaching, and I think that's huge for them that Keem had to take that coach's role, and now he knows how to make all those calls when he's on the platform. Now he's playing right by side with his friends. But here we are on board with Rezik. Smoke's coming out. He's a little bit hurt, but I think he will get most of his health back. But look at the easy pull-up by Keem. He knew to wait for that smoke to go off. He knew he could get the positioning and get plenty of Lancer bullets out. So Rise Nation will take over that control of the middle map area, and that is bad news for Denial over here on the back street.
But he just needs to stay alive. And Vexes needs to waste some time. Grenades are going to be thrown from his teammates. Gets him full red. Icy and Rushies escaping narrowly, and he's going to be rewarded with this sniper.
And with 2 dead, with a 3rd going down now, Denial needs to pump. They don't need to pump the brakes. They need to hit the accelerator as hard as they can go. Getting that Ferrari, trying to go. Oh, Icy gave them a haircut. Ladies and gentlemen, free of charge at the barbershop. Lordy, Icy with a highlight reel play right there if I've seen one. Jacob, 2-1 in the blink of an eye, less than a minute. Denial came out on fire in that round.
That was one of those moments, one of those plays by Icy right there where he misses that shot. Chances are he's probably dead. He's too close. He's going to get chunked. But that's why you call these star players, because they make things like that happen for their teams.
Don't ever tell him the percentages when he's got a sniper in his hands. He's willing to bet on himself. But let's take a look here at the scoreboard. What do you see that sticks out to you most, PR?
I mean, one of the biggest things is Icy with his 10 kills, and you see on the other side Rushies with 3. So even though they're both playing B Street, they have a combined 13 kills. Typically, you see Rushies going off with the Slayer, but when you add firepower like Icy to the squad, almost any one of these players can go off at any moment. And another thing I noticed, especially on the side of Rise Nation on the other side, they're pretty quick in the middle. It's that B fight that seems to be failing them time and time again.
So now Rise Nation's going to have to fight back again. They lose another round, so they're going to have to try to even things up. Franchise trying to be a little sneaky right there, gets called out, gets cleaned up by Derpy. 2 die on Backstreet. So now Rise Nation might have control over the middle map, but Keem, he's going to OE. He knows the smart play. He got out of there. He got out of dodge, went straight to the home hill of Denial. Do you agree with that move or not?
I do agree with it, especially since your teammates died across the map. My one thing is I'm kind of like wondering, where'd Drix go off a respawn? They have no points, which means Drix didn't cap his home hill. So they doubled up with sending Drix through B, and I do believe it was through B because Drix has the sniper, and Rushies was the one who kind of picked that up first off.
Hey, he had to go find himself a little bit of a treasure trove. All right, he had to go get that sniper before he could reset with the rest of his team. And they might be down in points, but it's really early in this round. You can get your respawns up, and you can make a good coordinated push. Drix needed to die right there. You had the down. Franchise couldn't even get to him to clean it up. So that's just a wasted move by Franchise, I believe. It only is going to delay the inevitable, where right now Rise Nation is going to be able to fly down this back street alleyway and get the decap here on B Hill, slow those points down for Denial, and slowly continue methodically taking out the members of Denial and continuing to put pressure down on that bottom of the area, that bottom street area.
And Chirpy, he's probably one of the more consistent roadblocks for Rise Nation. You go up against that brick wall and Jerpy, whether you need him to get big downs, whether you get big slaying games, he always seems to come out when you need him. And you see this exchange going down between Drix, Jerpy versus Icy and Franchise. 2 former members of Echo Fox teaming up here on Denial, trying to come out on top. Of Vexy grabbing another sniper, so 2 snipers in the head of Rise Nation. Jerpy once again making things happen with another double kill. And this is the guy I talked about. He's everywhere you need him to be, even though he doesn't necessarily get the hype and the prestige behind it. He continues to just do his job, and he's not worried about all that.
Yes, Jerpy Jeff, a longtime player for E United, coming over here to Rise Nation. Everybody was curious why he was getting picked up, why he got dropped, but you could see it each and every week that he plays for Rise Nation. You know dang well why he got picked up by this team. He does everything that they need him to do. He's a linchpin. Drix is trying to get these shots in the back, trying to stop Sleepy Time from coming into their home hill. They're still having to fight off Icy bouncing around. If he can get a kill here on Drix, that might be able to free them up to run across the map and try to prevent this round from getting out of their control. That's a big-time pickup, but all it does is delay the inevitable. He still gets killed, but Icy, great trade by him, so he's going to be able to take over this middle market area. I think he's going to be in a 1v1 here with Jerpy in the middle market, and I believe those frags have respawned already. I don't know if somebody's picked them up.
Yeah, somebody just picked him up on the side of Rise Nation. I do believe it's a Vexy's in the middle along with Jerpy. And if you look at the score calling, they have climbed back into this one. Even though it does look like Denial is trying to get control of B, they do trail. And this is a good opportunity right now for Rise Nation. But as I say, that's going to be Jerpy getting taken down. The Vexy's needs to push up and try and save his teammate Drix in such a bad spot. He's going to almost get down. They're trying to push up and finish him off. Vexy strikes back, getting one, going into number 1v2. This is a good opportunity. Vexy's finally getting taken down. But the man, the myth, the legend, trying to make it happen. If you look at the score, Colin, this is still in Rise Nation's favor.
Oh my God, Keem makes the brilliant play there. He rows all the way over to the C Hill, gets the decap there. He's now come into the backside of E Hill where nobody was left for Denial to get a break there. So they're going to end up getting this round. My goodness gracious, they are standing in the middle of the ring, delivering haymakers, but nobody's falling on their back. They're just hitting each other in the face, hoping something's going to happen.
I got 2 words for you. Jerpy Jeff.
Ain't nothing jerpy about his gameplay.
He's
coming
out
here.
You tell me if
showcase.
anything sticks out on this team. If you look at it now, Jerpy, even though he's kind of the one being patient, getting that double kill, baiting, not necessarily baiting if Vexy's and Drix with the snipers, but they know if Vexy's picked up sniper, they knew Drix also had a sniper, so maybe they didn't even know Jerpy was there, so they tried to push up and make a play through B Street, and Jerpy getting a quick double kill, and that opened up the rest of the round for Rise Nation. Incredible gameplay, and then lots of close action. This is a lot closer than I thought it was going to be, that's for sure.
Hammer birds get put down. That's not going to change a lot about your opening stretch. You might have your home hill player pick it up. You might have them pick it up off a respawn. But it looks like everybody will not get it right here. They're going to wait for them to come off a respawn. So the big smokes come out now. The frag grenades go in favor of Rezik, but Detox gets the snipe and the kill on Rushies. That's huge. Not only did you get the power weapon, you got the kill, and you're still sitting pretty over there. And I absolutely love how they played this backstreet. They overloaded it. There's 3 members of Rise Nation over there, and it looks like they've wiped most of Denial off the map for this early round section. And now Detox, he's got to make a decision because the 2 members that weren't killed for Denial, they're following him.
He's doing a great job staying alive with that sniper. Detox making all the right moves right now, waiting for his teammates to spawn up, and that's when you're going to see this next push-up come out from Rise Nation. Once all 5 are up, Denial, they have an opportunity to set up and create a good defense, so it's going to be up to Rise Nation to make this push here. It's just only a matter of time. I know we kind of see through the X-ray cam, but these players that are playing right now do not see, they do not know that the defense for Denial, they have 3 stacked over there, 1 towards Bell Tower, but one of them's kind of playing the flex role. We saw him at the top of the fence, but it's going to be the push for Rise Nation coming in. Jerpy in the middle of the map, trying to get as much damage as he can, trying to distract the players of Denial while the rest of his team is pushing up, and this is looking like it's going in their favor.
Yeah, Rezik went down, but he got picked back up, so they never ever lost the fight. Sleepy, though, in a 2v1 in middle market. He's finally going to get some help from his friend. I believe that his franchise has rotated over, but not enough shots come out. He's not going to be able to even get a kill. So that's 3 getting wiped off the map real quick, about 5 seconds away from each other. So Rise needs to push up here, get the break on the Denial home hill, and put them between a rock and a hard place.
Yep, and Icy, he was full red right there. If you guys are wondering why he didn't necessarily go for that revive or anything like that, you can't really move in that situation. One Lancer Bolt will down you, but Jerpy versus Icy, the 2 stars of their respective teams, or at least the 2 stars in the match so far. Icy, he's forced to make some sort of a play. His triple cap sound did look like it was coming out, and Jerpy, once again, if you look at the stats, calling 16 kills, 6 deaths. Now, we said before, it was up to Rise Nation to make the push. Now it's Rise Nation's turn to defend this play. Jerpy with the sniper. I almost want Jerpy to trade the sniper away, not because he's not good with it, because he's doing everything right so far without it in his hands.
He doesn't really need it at all to do what he needs to do, but he sees that member playing on the blocks for Denial. He knows that he gets the call out. Rushies tries to come back across that pillar. He gets taken out. They're playing pristinely on this back street. They are just making it look so easy for Denial these last couple of rounds on that back street. They have dominated it ever since they got that sniper down over there. They lost 1 round with it, but ever since then, they've played unbelievably well over there on that back street.
Oh my God, now they're going in to threaten with that triple cap, but Vexy's Jerpy just putting on the show, trying to kill Fran right now. Franchise taken down as well. Rushies, he's going to be the 3rd one to fall, make that 5 actually a sleepy time. He's unable to get that touch. And at this point, I think we got some breaking news. Rise Nation just changed their team name to Chirp Nation.
Chirp Nation, all right, we're going to go with it maybe for a couple of rounds, see if we can get it to stick inside the chat. But ladies and gentlemen, Rise Nation, they stood up after that round. They want Denial to hear them. They want them to know we're not here to be pushed around anymore. We don't care that we've been in the same pool for most of Season 2. We're here to take what's ours. We're going to be the big dogs of the pool, and we're going to go forward, and we're going to be the dominant team here. I love to see that energy. I love to see that hype coming out from a team. Shock grenades placed down. Again, another non-map changing weapon placement. Avexis, 13 kills, no downs. He don't care about the downs. He just wants to slay out. And I'm telling you, take the chains off the big dog, let him run free and get the kills.
Avexy's over there thinking this is a rank match almost with the way his downs look, even though he does have 14 deaths. So maybe he may take a little bit of break. But here in our 6th round, last round of the half, long respawn rounds, you could almost win the round at any moment. Detox, he's going to get that sniper first, but Rezik's going to go ahead and get the nades for Denial. So this is where things tend to slow down just a little bit, especially in a round of this caliber where it's 22-second respawn timers. Icy getting first blood on Avexis, but the sniper's still in the hands of Detox. He needs to be able to stay alive with it. I don't think that's going to happen, though.
That's a big missed shot coming out from Icy, but they're going to end up still getting the down. They're going to be able to clean him up and take that sniper off the map. So now if you're Denial, you don't pump the brakes here. You continue to press forward. You're going to have to win around to even it back up to go into the half 3-3 because there is no way you want to go in there 4-2 down. So let's see what Rezik and Icy, and I believe Rushies is still up there with him, decide to do up here. That's a big frag by Rezik. Will it get the kill? No, it will not. He's able to get out of there with his life intact. He's throwing the other nade. Will that get it? No, he won't. 2 big frags out. 2 big big frags, miss, PR, that can't happen.
This is 22-second respawn round. This is Rise Nation opportunity to close out this half with a 4-2 lead. They need to press forward, kind of like what you said. Press forward, get these next kills in B, because with the 22-second respawn timers, Rise Nation should be looking to go for one kill to the next, not necessarily going for the hills, but making sure that not all 5 members are Denial up at once. As you see Avexis pick it off Rushies, so the numbers are still in Rise favor. That's a double kill by Avexis, still yet to get a down, but who needs a down when you have this much slaying power?
Hey, look, he ain't taking no prisoners out here. Franchise bouncing around. He's going to get the break on his own hill. Rezik is going to get down. He's going to get cleaned up as well as Franchise. They both get killed. They get wiped off the map, and Rise Nation will take the lead into the half, 4-2. That's massive if you ask me. That's not 2 rounds to me. That's like 20 rounds when you're playing a team as talented as Rise Nation.
And to me, that comes down to, I do believe that was Rezik. I don't want to throw him under the bus, but that frag grenade by Rezik where it just completely kind of missed the guy in the corner, and he just wasn't able to get the kill. He tries for a second one, stays too long, gets down, and that was the opening Rise Nation needed.
And I hope they continue it going forward here. Look, I love the way they're playing. They are not taking any prisoners. They're killing everybody on the map, and they are just continuing this onslaught. They're looking to go up 5-2 right here, and we're going to go on board with the man himself, the all-star of this map, Jerpy Jeff. He's going to be rolling around in the middle. He's going to be called out, though. He's going to go for that Lancer help over the top toward the clock tower.
You see Jerpy, he's finally getting Lancered out. Detox is going to fall first, but it is it's the new half. So if you guys don't know, spawn swap, hills swap around, weapons get wiped off the mat, and the respawn timers reset back down to 12. So this is, even though they're dying off early on, it's only those 12-second respawn timers, so they have an opportunity to spawn up and make a couple more pushes, as you see Rise Nation is about to do here.
And I think Rise Nation, they're gathering up their forces. Here comes the push after the first smoke. Second smoke comes out. Avexis kills Franchise over that cover. That's a big opening kill for him. That allows the push to continue forward. Keem tries to roll in, get an easy shot on Icy. He doesn't get the chunk, but Rushies is still in there. Rushies and Icy's shooting their shots, making the shots count, getting the kills, playing some great defense, looking like the 86 Bears out there.
Yeah, but you see, they're kind of doing what Rise Nation did in the last round, which was that long respawn round, but they're doing it here in the 12-second respawn rounds. Drix completely embarrassing his former teammate Sleepy Time. They had a long stint in Season 1 with Ghost Gaming. Drix, it's showing that maybe he was the better player here, as they're up 4-2, but Keem trying to keep his team alive along with Detox. They get the decap on FE is also being decapped, but they have a long road ahead of them if they're going to get back in this round.
Oh yeah, it's a long road. It's like Route 66. They're going to have to travel all the way through the desert. You're down by 50 points. You're going to have to hold the 2 hills, or if you're lucky, get a break or 2 there on the enemy home hill, that Denial home hill at the top of the street. I think what they're going to do, though, is set up here at E, and they're going to try to fend off this first wave of Denial. If you can win this exchange, if you're Rise, do you push forward and go for that decap immediately?
It literally all depends on how you win this exchange, because if you kill 1, maybe 2, and they're spawning up, you can't necessarily go for that decap, or at least you can't go for the capture on that 3rd hill. But right now, if you look at the score, I'm trying to see about 9 seconds. I do believe Rise Nation will be able to come back off 2. I'll know about the 150 mark if it's possible. Yes, it is actually possible. Rise Nation, if they go on and not get any of their hills decapped, they will win off of 2. And a huge double kill by Drix. We talk about him doing what he needs to do and being a solid player. This game, he's actually doing a little bit more than what he usually does.
They pushed up in the middle because they had 1 down, and then the reinforcements came in from Backstreet, helped get another down on Franchise. That's why it was so easy. They're crawling around. Nobody was there to pick them up, and now they're going to be able to get this break on the home hill of Denial, and it looks like the wheels are falling off the bus of Denial right now. They're going to go down 5-2. Rise Nation is not slowing down. They have found the blood in the water, and they are going after it.
I got 2 more words for you. Keem Kong. Keem back on the sticks, making it happen. 12, 7, and 5. Like I said, you lose a little bit of slaying power, because you know Powers probably would have had 65 kills by now. You lose a little bit of slaying power, you get a little bit more direction. And if you look at the hovering, Denial throws that boom shot down, so we're going to see a little bit more of a Gearzs 3-esque boom fight here. Maybe 3 to 4 members going over, throwing smokes and getting loose.
Next person I hear say that Keem can't shoot anymore, I'm backhanding him. Man has got the hands still, the thumbs, and now he's got the mind of a coach to go with it. That's a triple threat if you ask me, baby. Let's see if they come out here, though. Denial, they're going to have to fight back uphill for a bunch of rounds. They can't keep giving up this backstreet, this boom shot. You see Icy try to go in. He's going to get cleaned up. by Detox quickly, and so now the reinforcements have to come in. You got to fly if you're denied. You got to make something happen. Franchise back there in the cubby, helping Rushies out. They're going to get the kills. They will get the boom shot, and now with 3 dead, go ahead. Press the issue. Try to get the hills.
Yep, and Franchise making a good rotation for Denial. He knows his teammates can go ahead and stay on their home hill. He's trying to make sure E is not easily captured by Rise Nation. You see it's going to go. The cap's going to come in, 1v1. Keem versus Franchise, former coach versus tactician. That's going to be Keem coming out on top again. Kind of like what you said. If you guys don't think Keem can shoot, we're not watching the same game.
And this now Rushies, he's got the boom shot. He's going to swip around. He still hasn't shot one missile out of that rocket launcher, but he is going to come up here, and I think he's going to go for a little hot flank, and he goes. He gets an easy kill. Derby Jeff turns right around and sees a grenade coming at his face, and here comes the possible triple cap. You see him try to slide in there, but Drix will get caught by the other shot of the boom. So that's 1 round for you if you're Denial. You're still down 5-3. You're still staring
I can't hear you very well.
The first possible map to go away in your favor. And I'm thinking if you're Denial, you keep playing that back street. Whatever they put here, keep forcing the issue over there at the back street. Don't let that frag grenade.
I'm kind of scared for Denial, though.
Why that?
They've been winning and getting nades the majority of the time in the middle of the map.
Not to say the initial. Disregard.
Yeah,
disregard. You don't want
I think Jeff right now is going to get those nades in the middle, and I'm predicting a big play by Jeff. Me and him have a telepathic connection right now, and he's letting me know they're going to get nades and get a double kill.
All right, so here we go. We're going to be on board with Keem, the man that has been smacking everybody in this matchup. He's been making all the big plays, but he goes down. Rezik is going to be able to get the down on Keem. That's huge for that opening salvo coming out, and now we're going to go over to this backstreet area. The kill's got to come out in favor of Denial. If they get this last one, they could have the boom shot, and they could have the kills in their favor. So Rise Nation, 4 dead. It's all up to Daddy Drix. Let's see what he can do. If he can show out and show up, he'll be taken out, though. So now Keem coming off respawn. What can he do? What is it that he can do off of that respawn with that boom shot staring him in the face?
Nothing.
I don't think it's nothing.
Nothing. But this is a good opportunity coming from left, coming from the right. Jerpy's going to go down. Detox needs to go big, especially with Franchise full red. But Franchise getting the shot off that mattered. Denial. 2 straight rounds, 5-4. They still trail the Rise Nation, but they're gaining some momentum. They're starting the comeback.
Who's an old man? I'm tired of hearing people say he's an old man. I'm telling you, he just made it look oh so simple. He had the boom shot. He had the boom shot in hand. He gets the first kill. He goes and shoots the second one. And then he just lets him up and right into his Nasher, plays him beautifully, plays him like a fiddle, like a good old country boy might. He is living in North Kakalaki now, so I love the fact that he is out there doing his thing.
Yeah, much better, much better.
Yep. No weapon placed. I want to talk about that last round for just a short second. Yeah, I was talking about Jerpy's going to go ahead and get those nades. Rise Nation actually threw a little bit of a trick strat at him. He went middle by himself. Drix went towards Bell Tower to try and get a Lancer on them in the middle while the 3 members kind of fought towards Boom Shot. So even though it wasn't necessarily the right thing, I think, but at the same time, you got to throw these mixed strategies at them, especially if they're starting to gain some momentum. But in this round, it's going to be Detox getting that boom shot first, especially with the Vexy getting first blood. Drix getting a kill as well. But this is a good opportunity right now. A couple missed shots. If he dies, that the boom shot is out of play. Rise Nation, sort of a blunder of a play there.
Hey, look, Rise Nation makes a blunder, and if you're Denial, you got to go ahead and capitalize. You cannot rest on your laurels. You're still down in round count. They've still been winning these fights. So if I'm Icy, I'm waiting to try to catch somebody. They know you're there, though. So you got to make sure when you catch somebody, you catch them full. You can't let them have any kind of inch to run. Here comes the first nade. I hear it fall in. Will it connect? It does on Franchise. That was a King Griffey Jr. from center field. He still makes the play at home. So now what you're going to see is Rushies is going to have to get out of there. He's going to have to hightail it down back street. And I think what he's going to do his best is to stay alive, but it's not going to happen.
Trying to make a blade play happen with Sleepy Time. Hiding there for just a moment. Rushies, he's going to get one. Rushies is going to get 2. Is he going to go for a 3rd kill here? That's going to be a 3rd by Sleepy Time. Rushies, a 4th and a 5th. Kills his teammate for taking his kill. That would have been like 6-7 kills for Rushies in a row right there if Sleepy didn't go ahead and take that one.
Don't steal my shine, big fella. Don't steal my shine. He wanted that kill. He said, don't you be taking it. You'll be coming off respawn shortly. Don't worry.
And this is kind of what I spoke about early on in the match. Rushies, one of the few players that can literally run into 3+ members of the other team and come out on top as he kills Keem there. Keem was trying to wait for his teammates to spawn up. Rushies, he's just trying to be a little bit of a distraction. Put full red. He should go down here momentarily, but this is why Rushies is the star player that he is. He's always escaping 99%.
And look at this, Rushy's still alive, still getting kills, possibly threatening this triple cap, and I think it's going to come through because Keem's alive, but he's not going to be able to make it. Camera sits there on Rushy's as we get it tied up 5-5. This is a massive map one with how much hatred there is between these two teams. This means everything. If you're Rise, you cannot drop it after a dominating first half where you go up 4-2, you win the first round in the second half. I'm telling you, you cannot lose this one. That's a big mental game. That'll mess up your brain.
Yeah, and right now, I think this is a crucial round for Rise Nation. Obviously, it's 5-5. Winning this round would either put you up 6-5 or losing it would put you 5-6. But I think it's so crucial because of what's been going on. Like you said, 4-2 going into the half, and so far it hasn't been going their way. You see double digits from both Fran and Icy, 24 and 21. Double digits, I meant 20. Jerpy, and I do believe that might be Keem on the other side, maybe a Vexies with those 20-plus kills each.
And now we got Hammerburst, we got Frags. This is basically a mirror image of that first half. Denial, still trying to climb the mountain. Smokes come out. Icy's the first into the backstreet cubby, but Rushy's comes in and gets the first kill. Icy's trying to pick somebody off of a misroll. He's going to get one. Rushy's going to get the next one. That's 3 dead quick. You got the boom shot. You got 3 dead. There ain't no way, no how. You don't use this to your advantage to get the 2 home hills and then slowly converge on the E hill when they try to get those numbers off a respawn and try to make something happen.
Yep, Denial with the upper hand, especially Icy having this boom shot on Rise Nation's home hill. And this is where it's going to get tricky if you're Rise Nation. You see them spamming up, playing towards E, and that's exactly what they need to do. But they need to go ahead and get this guy at Bell Tower and then push forward towards the top side. They know Boom's at the low side, but instead it's going to be Rezik going off, getting that first kill on Keem, staying alive. Franchise getting that kill on Detox. So triple cap does look like it's going to come out for Denial. 2 last-second breaks. Rezik getting 1 more kill as well, doing a great job staying alive and getting another double kill. Rise Nation still spawning up, going towards E because Icy is still waiting there with that boom shot, but with the 5th member dead from Rise Nation. Denial are now on match point, and they have all the momentum on their side, making this comeback, winning the last 4 rounds.
Rezik stands up. He's the closest one to Rise Nation. I love to see that energy. He's still talking. It's probably halfway through the weapon pick at this point, and Rezik finally sits back down. So all that energy Rise Nation had earlier is now solely in the command of Denial, and there is no better time to be alive if you're a Denial fan. They've crawled all the way back to 6-5 to make this map point. And this is as exciting as it can get for a first map between 2 heavy hitters, PR. I'm so happy you're here with me.
This is just a crazy, crazy 180 of a turn from the first half to the second half, but Rise Nation needs 2 of the biggest rounds here in game number 1. Or map number 1 of game number 2, I should say. But there you go, 3 members of each team forcing down the middle. Detox, he's going to get in there first, but it doesn't look like he has the help he needs at first. So he's going to try and bounce around. A little flank coming out from Franchise and Vexies. He's going to die first. Rushy's getting the boom. He also got backed up by his teammates. More members of Rise Nation are fall. Detox, he's in such a weird spot here, especially with Jerpy. They need to waste time. Both of those players are thinking they need to stay alive for it's not even about the hill anymore, especially with that shock grenade. So you can expect Detox to shock this hill, so there's no triple cap for Denial. But if you're Denial, you're just getting 1 kill after the next. It's not necessarily about the hills.
Finally, though, Keem slows it down. He's going to get that kill on Rezik over into Clock Tower. So that's going to prevent the possible triple cap being threatened this early in the morning. Keem making a big play for them. Let's see where he rotates out to. I think he's going to go to the other side of the Clock Tower. He's going to look for numbers coming off respawn. He's going to be able to try to give his teammates the most knowledge possible. Say, hey, look, if we flood that side of the map, they might flip it on me because I'm all by myself over here. And it looks like that's what will happen on their X-ray. You can see most of the members of Denial, they're still trying to hold this 2 home hill setup. But you see Rise Nation with the Lancers, with the Marks, they're trying to push them out.
Yep, they have Franchise down, so in theory they have a little bit of a man advantage here, but Rise Nation needs to be looking here to push forward towards their own home hill. But with Franchise being able to get up and Drix off of respawn, they're going to go ahead and play their wide. They're going to go stretch towards Denial side of the map, push down, and then either they're going to make a split push or they're going to make a push towards Denial's home hill and try and catch the members off guard, spread their defense, and go from there. This is where it's getting interesting, Colin.
It is definitely getting tight. It's getting fine as frogs here because any little mistake can possibly end the round for either team. We're all the way up here at round number 12, so this is big time. Anytime you die, You ain't coming back for a hot minute. Your teammates, you're leaving them out to dry, you're leaving them on an island, and you don't ever want to do that, especially this late in the game. But I love what Rise Nation is doing. They're playing patiently. They're not trying to force any of this. They might be waiting for a boom to drop so that they can try to get up on it, try to get a kill or two, and then try to move forward with a secondary power weapon spawn. Do you think that's what's going on here, PR?
They are waiting for the boom shot, and they're waiting for it to come up, but it's interesting because right now Denial has full control of that entire street on the map, so in theory they should be the ones getting boom shot. It is going to respawn right now. Two members of Rise Nation in the middle. They're looking to hold him off. Franchise, he's going to go up for it. He gets put full red by Gearzs' Hammerburst, down by his teammate as well. Frag's going to be picked up by Gearzs. Rise Nation looking to make a play here.
And that's a big frag. That could possibly get one or two. It goes off, doesn't get any though. Franchise did get picked up and did get out. So now Gearzs still got a frag to his name, but they're down almost 70 points, and the bell starts to toll, my friend. For whom the bell tolls. Rushy up there coming out of that spawn area. He's going to get down by that hammer burst, but I think it might be too little too late. They're going to get one break. No, they're not going to get one break. That's 3 dead for Denial, but it is going to be 206, 207. We're going to have a 7 to 5 map. Number 1 goes in favor of Denial, and they're standing up. They're letting them know, PR, oh my goodness.
And that makes me question, was Denial just asleep warming up the half of the map? Because Rise Nation looked strong. They looked like everything was working out for them. And Denial, round by round by round, making that comeback.
Welcome back. We are live here at Gearzs Pro Circuit Mexico City. And what a match that was. An unbelievable showing of character in times of adversity from Denial as they were down 2 rounds in a row, were able to bounce back there. What a match that was.
I don't think my heart could take it. I really don't. If we go 2 more rounds that way, you're going to have to call a medic. You're going to have to get some CPR over here because I'm going to go down and I'm going to be out. I'm telling you right now, John, we can't have 2 more maps like that.
Yeah, I cannot agree more. His heart can't handle it. I can't handle it either on the stage. Ryan, I'm going to bring it over to you. You had a chance to watch that entire match. You see Franchise, who you've actually watched as his coach bounce back in matches. You see him do it again. What worked so well for them?
Franchise played a fantastic map. He did so good in the initials. To me, actually, what I will say is, though, the story of that map actually was the initials and actually that boom placement by Denial. The reason that was so important was because Denial was winning many of those initials, but they were struggling in the mid-round. Rise took so many of those rounds away through the mid-round, right? I only had Rise winning like 2 or 3 initials the entire map, but they were outclassing in the mid-round. So what does Denial do? Denial puts that boom shot down, forces the fight to where when there's a boom in play, if you win the initial, you are very likely 3-capping. That's why you saw so many more 3-caps. Rise did not win a round after the boom shot was put down. Again, you saw Franchise, 3-piece here, there. Icy, Fran, and Rushies were absolutely dominating the fight over at boom shot.
Yep.
That's what won them the map.
And what a performance from Franchise. I heard you call him an old man. He said, old man, what? As Franchise, the oldest pro player, I believe, in Gears of War right now, the only pro player to have gone professional in every single Gears title. That's 5 Gears titles. What a showing. PR, what was it that he was doing so well as an individual player and also as a leader of this team?
I mean, Franchise, it's something I've always said throughout the year is even though his team may not be playing as well, Franchise is one of those players who's going to consistently step up. And one thing I liked, especially when that boom shot was dropped, is Franchise was not scared to go in there. He was facilitating for his team. You saw Icy grab boom shot, you saw Rushy's grab boom shot, but who was there time and time again backing him up? It was Franchise.
Of course, very well done. It sounds like we saw what Denial did so well. We saw them able to bounce back incredibly well. We actually have a video lined up with Denial. Let's take a look at the Denial squad, what they do so well. Well, I cannot hear any casters. Please, audio, please.
I feel like we've been preparing the right way, and that's, aiming at progression every day. We've all been playing this game for over 2 years, and the only way to progress is to get on with the mentality, okay, this is what I'm going to do today, this is my focus today, and I feel like everyone on the team has been doing that. So I think his biggest asset is his composure and how he hypes up his team. I mean, it's more than just in-game stuff. He's an amazing talent, but I think that's what sets him apart. All the doubters, to me, it's just, words in the air. I mean, it honestly doesn't matter. We know what we're capable of. We're champions. We've done it before. No one's ever going to take that away from us. We can do it again.
And there you see it from Franchise himself, and of course this Denial squad, who's really playing with a chip on their shoulder, especially after some of the controversy that they have been through. Spygate, all of their footage leaked, all of their scrims, their talk, their comms, their strats leaked, and boy, are they playing like they really want to win this event, Colin.
Hey, look, I love one thing. I might have to disagree a little bit with Franchise in that interview. He said Icy's composure might be his best asset. I think it's his rage. When you see Icy get mad, when you see him get up and get hyped, it infests the rest of his team. Everybody feels blood in the water, and they
Still
become 5 sharks on stage. They start swimming for whatever blood they smell, and I think that's what happened. Rise Nation had them where they wanted them in the first map. They had them exactly where they needed them. And all of a sudden, they start crawling back. That's a death by 1,000 cuts. You get one, they smell the blood, and they give you 1,000 more. Next thing you know, 7-5, you lose first map. I can't wait for map 2.
You and I both. Of course, we keep talking and showing the energy of this Denial squad, what they're doing so well. On the flip side, what is it that Rise Nation perhaps isn't doing as well? I saw them get deflated in those later rounds. What does Rise Nation need to do to close this one out, PR?
I think they just need to play with confidence. That's the first and foremost, because we saw a lot in the first half, even though it was a sniper instead of a boom shot. You saw Detox and Avexis time and time again being aggressive towards that boom shot side of the map and making plays. But instead, it looked like only 1 or 2 of them were kind of getting there at the same time. And meanwhile, you see 3 members of the now kind of flying in towards that boom shot. Yeah, it's a smoke fest. You don't necessarily want to get smoked, but that's what Franchise was doing. That was working. He was getting in there third, facilitating all around him, getting those kills, and then making sure nobody was able to get the chunk on the boom shot guy.
To put it most simply, they need to wolf pack more. They need to stick together more. For our fans at home, when we say wolf pack, we mean basically running, moving, rotating together in very, very close distance to the point where you can easily revive each other, you can easily shoot together and down someone. They're very disconnected, right? So Jerpy was owning the middle, don't get me wrong. Jerpy was a absolute force in the middle of the map. However, on these initials, you saw, like I said, the boom shot. You saw Rushy's Icy Fran running together into the weapon, right? Even though there's shots coming in, even though they're in reviving distance, they're in chunking distance, and they're close to each other, and they were able to own the fights. I need to see Rise Nation move together. They have the skills, they have the shotguns, right? They just move together more and really, really showcase that, pound for pound and then those brawls.
So Ryan, if you're the coach of Rise Nation, put your coach's hat back on for a second. I want to know, how do you convey that to your team? Look, we got a wolf pack more. Do you say it bluntly? Do you try to calm them down first? How do you go about getting your team to try to make a correction of that magnitude going into a map number 2?
Yeah, I mean, first and foremost, you shake off the first map, right? You had a lead. You guys played a very good mid-round, right? So take the highs, right? Keep what you did good. You guys played great in the mid-round. What are we working on? We're working on our initials, right? All right, guys, what we want to do is our next map is blank, right? Okay, so let's focus on this fight. I want to see you two move together at this certain spot, right? And then just start to convey the message that you guys need to play together more. You need to play closer to one another. Because you saw how, no pun intended, how Denial was wolfpacking, hashtag wolfpack, right? But they were moving together so much better and so much quicker, and I just see the same thing out of Rise. Because like I said, the skill is totally there.
Yeah, can someone please clip that, by the way, because it sounds like we're a personal advertisement for Wolfpack here, to my right, but you got to give it to them after a great performance, after a bounce-back performance from this God squad that was formed. The combination of Echo Fox, the combination of Ghost Gaming, they merge, they fuse into one, and out comes the Wolfpack in Denial Esports. They've been performing all event long. It looks like this Denial squad is looking to make a statement and looking to prove that they can also form a God squad to take down this Optic Gaming squad, of course, led by the man in the middle, that's Franchise himself. Meanwhile, Rise Nation playing without their 5th in Powers. They're missing such a key player, and what is it in missing this player that makes a difference to this Rise Nation squad?
It's pure slaying power, because you could do everything right, but if you're missing a couple of shots, that's when it begins to have the downfall for teams. So you just need to make sure that you can back up with the slaying power while playing the methodical game.
It goes from having a spear to having an entire missile.
Yeah, there you have it. Looks like game number 2 is ready to be underway. Colin said it earlier. Boy, we can't wait for a game number 2 after the game 1 that we had. Map number 2 will be on Impact. Colin, PR, take it away.
PR, we're going to come live from Impact, and this is a big, wide open map. This has got a lot of hallways, a lot of nooks and crannies. Tell me, what's your biggest key to victory going into map number 2?
Controlling the middle of the map and being able to stay positive. And you need to make sure that you might have gotten beat up in map number 1, or at least towards the tail end of it, but you can't be scared to make the plays in this match. You can't be scared to lose. You need to play to win.
And I think you can't be scared to win. And Detox was trying to mix it up there on that back table, but he's going to get down. He's going to be able to crawl away. 3 members of Rise Nation wolf packing, as we heard our analyst Ryan say in the mid game. They're doing a better job already, being close to each other, trying to make plays for one another. Icy runs up though on Detox and is able to get an easy kill there, and then back out. Sleepy gets tricked. So now with 3 members alive, 2 members alive, you got to make something happen. It looks like Keem is lost in the sauce. He was stuck in no man's land, and they're not going to be able to get anywhere anytime soon. less than 1 minute, and you've already got a round on the board for denial. Is this the avalanche effect? Are we looking at this
It
possibly
looks like it's
spiraling out of
starting to
control?
be just that, and this is where Impact is one of those maps where it's kind of hard to necessarily get somewhere off the initial, because both teams are going to send 2 to 3 members towards the B side of the map, or the cockpit side, as you see at your overhead map, and one's going to sit in the window with the other 2 push. The problem is being able to get your up A's and move fast enough to make sure you don't take as much Lancer damage from the window. That way, when you're in that inevitable shoddy fight, you go. But Colin's freaking out right next to me. Why are you freaking out, Colin?
No kills, no downs, basically no points on the side of Rise Nation. That is never a good sign after first round, baby. You need at least somebody to make something happen. At least cap a home hill and get something going under your belt. Oh, no. Let's see what they can do, though. They're going to have to fight back.
Rushies, he's trying to make that play in towards the middle, getting those frags. And I do believe if Vexies didn't have a smoke and he meat shielded, he should have frags as well. It's all a matter if he knows it. Yes, he does. First guy going out, and he's going to get that kill on Rezik, trying to catch Icy off guard. He knows Jerpy is in a 1v1 with him. Jerpy comes out on top, finishing or beginning to where he left off in the first half of map number 1. The franchise and Denial are going to look to make some sort of a push here, but you have to make sure you get all 5 members up before you make that push.
Yeah, you got to get coordinated right here. You got to call for the reinforcements. You got to make sure everybody's on the same page. You're going to see the members of Denial coming off respawn. Franchise rotates all the way back up to that top window area, and so he's going to be able to overlook that middle B section. He's going to be able to make the right call outs and be able to get the right Lancer fire on the right members of Rise Nation to try to be able to push forward, to be able to take back map control. It's a small game of inches, and they got to go one at a time.
This is looking like something we saw similar at map number 1. Rise Nation backs up against the wall here as multiple members are down, 30% health. Jerpy, he's going to look to try and find some sort of footing, but he's actually going to get taken down as well. So Denial, 2 quick rounds, and this is where, if you're Rise Nation, you begin to start to be a little scared. Not necessarily scared to make the play, just like I said, but you need to start thinking long term here. If you have too many rounds just like the first 2 that you have, it's going to be over. So if I'm Rise Nation, I think about what type of big weapon can I place here to start to change the map just a little bit, because that fight over on the other side of the map isn't necessarily going in their favor.
Don't blink or you might miss something, PR. I love, though, the call out. I see you give the thumbs up. Looks like you really, really like that boom shot placement.
That's exactly what Rise Nation needed right there, because it's going to change the fight from that cockpit side where you're kind of getting lancered as you're trying to make a push at the same time into more of a methodical fight. Yes, you can throw your smokes and get loose towards the B fight, but you can also set up with lancers, try and lancer people down, and then it comes down to who's hitting their shots in the one fight that might happen.
And let's see what they do here, though, because as you said, you can throw your smokes and get loose, but it looks like Detox is going to rest right there on that table and just shoot over it. Get downs, try to get kills, and he helps the first one. He gets the second one, and it left all by himself, rushes, and he couldn't do anything. Everybody dies off the initial, and I think that's an easy triple cap on a map like Impact.
It should be, barring a missed. Actually, no, he's actually not even going to be able to get an opportunity to get the touch. See, Rise Nation finally striking back here as they win their first round of map number 2, and it all comes down to that boom shot fight. You saw Icy, he was the first member of Denial, kind of pushing up, playing with confidence there, but he got taken out early, along with another member of First Blood, and that's when Rise Nation began to back up, and they started to play their lives as a team, and the next thing you know, 5 dead for Denial, boom shot in the hands of Rise, and triple cap.
If you're Denial, do you put something over there in the cockpit? Never mind, they're going to put down the double block. Would you have liked to see him do something different, or do you think that's a smart play?
I don't necessarily think it's the smartest play, because then you're having too much on the map at one time. You typically see that happening when if Denial can't necessarily win this fight. So if Denial loses this round, maybe one round after that, I can kind of see something placed in cockpit. But as I say that, if they lose this round, they have to play something cockpit.
How big is the 1v1 on the B side of this map? Is that something where it gives you frags? How big is that to this initial pusher? Is that taking too long for it to really impact this?
It could impact the fight, but it all depends on how long this boom fight happens. As you see, the First Blood going to go to Icy. Russia's picking up that boom shot, saved by Icy again, so 2 kills for him. He's going for a third one, but he's going to get taken down. Actually, no, he does get it with the help of his teammates. So 5 or 4 dead on side of Rise. Denial, they're trying to pressure, getting this next kill on Gearzs, because like I said, sometimes you just need to go for that next kill. You need to make sure Rise Nation never has 5 up. We see 2 more going to be up the respawn. You want to go ahead and get these next kills as well before their teammates are able to spawn up with that boom shot. Denial, 3-1. So maybe that one round was a fluke.
I really like that spider to the flat moment we just saw right there. You saw him come off spawn. He was like, oh, it's just the Lancer shooting at me. I'm going to jump over this handrail. Oh, no, wait, that's a boom shot waiting for me. That wasn't a decision I should have made.
And it kind of sucks being on the player end of that because, you know, as you saw, he jumped over, got boom shotted. But there's really nothing you can do there because you either hide, not get boom shotted, lose the round, or you try and make a play, get boom shotted, lose the round.
Franchise, no kills, 3 downs, 4 deaths. I don't want to talk about it too long. We're going to move on from that. I just want to point it out for all the viewers at home, so just move on from that.
I mean, to me, that's not even necessarily a bad thing. No one in the game has double-digit kills, and we've been through 4 rounds already. That shows how quick and dominating these rounds are from each of the teams.
Quick as a hiccup, baby. Don't blink, you might miss something.
Here we go, going into our 5th round. Kind of the same fight over towards this boom shot side of the map. Sleepy Time going to get that first blood on Detox. Rushes with the boom shot as well, picking up another kill. This does not look good if you're a Rise Nation fan, but as I say that, they make me eat my words. Jerpy, Drix, and Avexis all getting kills for their team. Icy, he's lonely all over by himself. Jerpy, he's just trying to waste time right now. He's trying to waste Icy's time, making sure he can't play. He's going to choose to turn around. I don't like that boom shot, though.
I don't like it either, but you know what? Sometimes you got to do something, and it works. You got another one down. Rezik is going to go down as well, and you see him flying toward the home hill of denial. Here comes the smokes. They might be able to fend off for a second, but when that, I don't know if he has any shots. That boom shot, massive up A by Avexis. He still smells the blood. He's going to go for a second, bouncing around. Ooh. He gets the second. Avexis, don't do it to him. If you get the third, big boy, I'm going to shout it from the mountaintops. Avexis going massive for his team right now.
It's not over yet. Avexis, he still has the whole team in front of him. This next kill on Rezik should solidify it as Drake's going to get a double kill to end the round. Rise Nation, even though they still trail 3-2, this is the type of round that you need. You need this type of thing to get yourselves back into the game because you kind of saw there for a moment. 2 of their members fell early on. 3 members, that was Drix, that was Jerpy, and that was Avexis picking up 3 straight kills, forcing Icy in a bad spot for the 4th kill. Once they got that 4th kill, that was green light. That was go for them.
Hey, look, when you're on the ropes, you got to cover up. You got to play a little defense. Jerpy, Drix, they did exactly that. They got kills. They were able to prolong their fights. And you see the rotation come out, help his friend out, Jerpy. They waste that boom shot, but it doesn't end up mattering because they end up getting all the shotgun kills they could ever want on the home hill of denial. And they close that round out 3-2. We're into the 6th round, last round of the half. Is it a bit ominous, though, if Denial wins this because they were down 4-2 and now they might be up 4-2? I don't know if that's a bad omen or not.
I mean, if you're Rise Nation, you want to win this round. You want to do what you can. You're going to see the same exact strategy again. So this is where the little differences and the little adaptations of each round matter most. Icy, once again, being the aggressor, and that's something we've seen throughout this entire boom shot fight. He's not scared to push up. Boom shot going to be picked up by Rushies. Fragonate coming out from Rezik, and you kind of answered your question, do they make an impact? Yes, they do, Colin. You see multiple members of Rise Nation down. Keem, Avexis, the only 2 alive, and that's Avexis with the torque bow.
Do they make an impact? Don't impact? No pun intended. But I think they did right here in this round. You got a couple dead, and you see Icy. He's going to move over to this T-table. A lot of Lancer fire comes out. He realized that Keem's there, but when Keem shows his face, he catches a rocket to it. So I don't know if that was the best play he ever made, trying to get that easy brick there on Icy and letting himself be known.
This isn't necessarily bad. Rise Nation should be looking to wait for Keem to spawn up before making a play. But that's going to be Detox going down across the map. He needs a miracle play because if Detox dies as soon as Keem spawns, that's bad news bears.
That's definitely not what you want to do. You don't want to trade one death for another, one life for another. We've got to play together. We got to be all 5 alive so we can make something happen right here. Sleepy Time sitting on the bottom of this tires, looking up these baby steps. He's trying to survey the first member of Rise Nation to come down those steps, but you see him through the X-ray vision. All 5 members of Rise Nation are gathered up within about a 20-foot radius, and you see, though, Sleepy, he's going to get the call out. Rotate further back toward our home, because now we can set up, we can play defense, and that boom shot, ooh, baby, that's about to come back too.
Luckily for Denial, with these 22-second respawn rounds, or sorry, luckily for Rise, is you can realistically win at any moment in the match, but not if multiple members are going to fall. You see Avexis, Keem getting taken out. Rushy showing a little disrespect to his former teammate in Keem, giving him that Y button, and Franchise getting cleaned up as well. So multiple members are dying from Rise Nation. You see right now, Denial is looking to Wolfpack and swarm towards that home hill. 5 dead. Denial should solidify this round 4-2. And if you look at the crowd right now, or look at the stage, Denial, all 6 people were standing up, getting hyped.
Not only are they standing up getting hyped, our crowd is starting to get into this, and the last thing you ever want to have happen in Mexico City is the crowd cheering for the other team.
Oh no, that will give you
You might
the
as well
chills.
bring your own shovel and dig your own grave if that's what starts happening. If the crowd in Mexico City gets on the side of the opposing team, that's not just an uphill fight. You got an uphill fight out of a concrete brick small room about the size of a prison cell, my man.
Because not only are you fighting the other team, you're fighting the crowd, because even though there's a whole sound system and noise canceling on the main stage, sometimes last Mexico City, this crowd was so loud you can kind of hear it through.
And here we go. Detox going to try to start this off early. He gets the kill there on Icy. So there in the mid-cut, Detox doing exactly what he needs to do. That's a beautiful emerald cog skin, baby. I love to see when people play it. It shines so bright in the sun. He's going to get a second kill there on Rushies. So Detox with 2 kills already to his name in this round. But possible triple cap is going to get threatened. Sleepy Time was trying to make it something happen. But great Lancer fire. Great Overwatch by Detox, but now we know to rotate out of there quick.
And just as I think Rise Nation is making a lot of good plays here, it was Denial who gets this 2-home setup. Now Rise Nation spawning up. You see 3 members on the overhead map trying to fight for their F home hill back. It does look like Denial should give this up, but Rise Nation, they can't be happy with this break. They need to be starting to set up for what the next push is going to be, the next defense, and they need to start reading the play and spotting these rotations from Denial, because they're going to be the ones rotating around and making the play.
We got to see it. You got to see it happen before you make it happen. You got to know what play you want to run. Drix, big double kill out of him. That's massive. We're going to rotate over, see what happens. We're going to fly in that direction. Drix still with his Lancer out. Going to continue to call out the members of Denial, and they're going to go give chase now. They're going to go after the members of Denial that are going to have to go and play a little defense on their home hill. But I love that play by Rise Nation. They got the 2-hill advantage. It's really close. Go ahead, get the points in your favor too. Put the pressure back on Denial.
Yep, and if you look at the score right now, even though Denial does have to lead, 3 members pushing across. Rise Nation trying to be a brick wall of defense. Keem, the cross, he's going to go down. That's going to make it where Denial can kind of push where they want. Rushies, he's going to go for that kill on Keem, trying to tap up. Icy's going to go ahead and clean that one up, and as you thought, Rise Nation was forced to defend their home hill. It's actually going to be E they're forced to defend here.
Hey, you thought, right? You thought. So look at this. E and F still in favor of Rise. They're going to get this point lead in about 5 seconds. It's going to go ahead and swap into the favor of Rise Nation if they can hold on to a 2-hill setup. But Icy getting Drix, Rezik getting Detox. Those are linchpin players. You can't lose them on that initial push. So now you see Jerpy. They're going to rotate over. They're going to go for a big rotation over to this D-hill to try to give Avexis a little help. Icy's trying to flank. He's going to get the first. So can he get the second? He's going to come up these stairs, be in the next fight.
Wow.
He will get the second. So the push from Rise Nation stifled by the defense of Denial.
And this is really bad if you're a fan of Rise Nation, because now you're going to have a defense of a lifetime. Lots of flanks coming out, backs up against the wall. They're all going to drop. It's going to be up to Jerpy here to try and get a reset. He's not going to get it. Rushies denied him. On the side of Denial is 5-2 lead.
No way, no how. Denial's hitting them like blow, blow, blow. I love how they're playing right now. Wolf packing around, flanking everybody. I love how highly level intelligence they're playing. They're not pushing anything. They're not forcing any issues. They're letting the game come to them. They're not going to the game.
And it's crazy because Rise Nation, I saw multiple double kills coming out from Drix. I saw a lot of these players making big plays. Icy 15-5 with 5 downs.
Doing his best that he can, trying to live his best life and play his best game. And it's really important because these two teams, most people in the community would say this match will solidify the #1 seed coming out of that pool.
Yep, and this is something you really want, because you don't want to go up against the #1 seed in another pool. If you're number 2 of Vexys, he's going to get that kill on Rushies. And you see the cross coming out from Jerpy. This is a big cross because that's Icy with a boom shot. Unable to put that first one to use, but he's going to get taken out. He's going to take out a Vexys. Jerpy's going to fall. Keem is going to fall. Drix falls as well. Detox fell first, but he's forced to spawn up. He has to make a big play here on his home hill, and this is smart. He's trying to push up. He's trying to kill them away from his home hill. He's going to get one on Franchise. He's going to get taken out, but that was a huge play. I always say it, if you're on your home hill and you're getting triple capped, you need to get these trades, but I don't know if it's enough.
And he gets killed, so it's going to reset the timer, though. 4 seconds. You got to get a touch of your team. Team has to get in there and get a touch. He is going to get a double kill, and he's going to get the touch. So now Rushies is going to be 1v1 with Keem. Rushies comes out on top. 2 seconds. I don't believe there's enough time. Will Detox get there? He'll get killed just outside of the ring, and we will go to 6-2 map and match point for Denial. That's massive kills coming out by Rushies at the end of that round.
And to me, this is just disappointing for Rise Nation. They showed a lot of promise, they showed a lot of potential, but when it comes down to it, they're not executing on what matters most here. As you see, 6-2, Denial steamrolling in map number 2. And to me, Rise Nation, they need a miracle here if they're going to come back.
Like a diesel engine, they might have started off slow. Denial, though, oh, baby, they're coming downhill with that 18-wheeler. They're fully decked. They're at full capacity. They're up 6-2. Boom shot at the tail, sniper at the cockpit. Every fight means everything at this point in the game. If you're Rise Nation, you got to make something happen.
You see that fight similar to the first half. Rushies, he's going to go down. Sleepy trying to do it again with his team, along with Reza getting a kill. Multiple players rolling past each other, back and forth, trying to wall bounce. Reza getting one before he is finally taken out. 5 dead for Denial, but there's not enough alive for Rise Nation to convert a triple cap on this.
That's why I love having you on the desk, baby. You explained that for the viewers at home. You knew that there was only 2 alive. You knew they couldn't get the triple. So now what do? Do you just back out of this if you're Gearzs? Do you not sacrifice that sniper and possibly your life?
What Rise Nation needs to do with this boom shot here, there's 2 scenarios they need to use this boom shot and no other scenarios. You need to use the boom shot to get a kill when defending a push or when you're being offensive. Because if you use this boom shot and just get a willy-nilly kill around the map, it means absolutely nothing. It's essentially a wasted boom shot. And if you look, Keem, he's the one with the boom shot for Rise Nation. He's looking to rotate it around the map and try to spot where this push is going to come first.
It's like a game of chess right now. All these members are trying to set up. They're trying to get to the right position because they want to know exactly where the push is going, and they want to put themselves in the easiest spot possible to rotate and to help the members that do fall victim to that initial push of Denial. Franchise, he's going to push across from one big door to the next, and he's going to get shot in the front and the back. Detox is going to take care of him. So that initial push shut down quickly. Rezik and Franchise being set back on respawn.
And I like what I'm seeing out of Rise Nation in this round, especially with a kill like that from Detox. My only fear, Colin, is it too late for Rise Nation? And they're making things happen here. It's 6-2. Denial does lead, but 5 members versus 3. And this is where Rise needs to start being proactive when they have these man advantages. They can't just let Denial spawn up before making the next play, but with the score in their favor, they're probably looking to make a 2-10 victory instead of a triple cap.
They're trying to force the issue here. They're trying to make it to where Denial has to take whatever fight they find. They can't just make a different decision. Icy goes for the pick, and Keem uses the boom shot to take Icy down, so Icy does not get that secondary snipe. Rezik will get it in his hands. He's going to rotate out. He's going to rotate right past Rushy, get up into this window, try to find some shots. Misses with the first one. So now Rezik, he's going to rotate all the way over, try to give some help to his main man, Franchise, who does get taken out by a Vex. So now Rezik with a massive shot. That is such a good shot. That's unbelievable. That's a great sniper shot by Rezik, making a play out for his team.
So Rise Nation, it does look like the score is going to be in their favor. Does look like it's going to stay captured by Rise Nation, especially with D going to look like it's going to be in their favor. Rise Nation should win this round, should still be 6-3 in Denial's favor, however, but this could be the spark that they needed in order to try to propel themselves to victory here in this match. But like we said, they're going to need a miracle if they're going to go and come back.
They don't need a spark. They need a bonfire, and they need some TNT, some dynamite, some gas, some diesel fuel, and they're going to have to light that thing
Maybe
up
a little
real
bit of
quick.
global warming.
Kick some tires, light some fires. If you're Rise Nation, get it rolling right here, baby. That's the spark you need, but turn it into that blaze, baby.
This is very interesting. They're choosing to block those doubles. I don't normally see them play a huge impact, but what I do know is Gearzs. He's known as one of the better hammer burst players, especially post-patch. For everybody remember in the beginning of the game how the hammer burst used to be, Gearzs still finds a way to make it useful. And that's where it's awesome for Rise Nation, but this initial right here is probably, or every initial from here on out for Rise Nation is the most important initials.
Oh yeah, you can't drop any more initials because on a map this size, initial probably means a round lost. Icy catches Detox inside the Rushies, gets the boom shot. If they can use that to get even 1 kill That's massive. That's 2 already down for Rise. 5v3. Avexi's down. Drick's down. Keem all by his lonesome to play some defense, but 5 hungry wolves from Denial are about to converge on the home hill of Rise. And what can you do with your detox? What can you do?
Almost absolutely nothing as he's taken out by Rezik. That was a good play by Rezik, though, to help solidify the game point for Denial. He kind of played up, made sure that the fight happened away from the hill, so there's no accidental touches either.
I did not see a 2-0 happening, but a 2-0 is exactly what we got. They served it up. They cooked it fresh. They said, here you go, Rise Nation. Take this 2-0 and go figure out what you're going to do against our damage and possibly the open bracket team that comes out.
And what a showing from Denial Esports. This time it's Icy. It's a different Icy that pops off with 21 kills. He gets tagged in from Franchise. He did the same the round before. And I want to start by saying something. Franchise at the very end there, I think, is definitive of this Denial squad. In a 1 versus 1, 1 player left. Franchise the old, maybe on Team Envy, would have back rolled, wouldn't have fought that fight, would have done the textbook right decision, right? Optic would have fought that fight. Franchise fights that with all the confidence in the world. Is that really indicative? Is that tell the tale of this Denial squad?
This team is playing with fire. We knew coming into this, they have anger in their hearts. They want to come into this event angry. They're going to be aggressive, and you saw just that. But to me, like you said, Icy commanded the map. If you look at those initials, Icy would be on their side of the boom fight within seconds, getting the first piece, getting the 2 piece, sometimes a 3. But by then, if you get those open kills, first bloods, the boom shot becomes that much easier to quick up. And then, like you saw, we saw 2 Rise Nation initials won the entire time. And again, they placed a boom. We talked about how they struggle with the boom fight on the first map. They go place a boom not only once, but twice. Don't agree with that call. But like we said, once that first map ended, you already knew what time it was. You knew Denial was going to take the second one home.
Yep. And not only that, but let's also keep talking about the issue at hand. This event, again, just days ago, Denial's entire playbook, essentially, every stream, everything was leaked, was shown due to a little bit of a controversy online. Someone was able to find their secret stream. That would be the equivalent of the Patriots before the football championship this weekend having their playbook leaked. It'd be the equivalent of before a hockey grand final having a playbook leaked for a team. What a showing for Denial.
It don't matter when you got a man like Franchise who's known this game for a decade, who's been able to dissect it on levels like nobody we've possibly ever seen before. You give him 24 hours before the event to make something up, I don't care what the call out is. He could say oranges, he could say bananas. It's going to confuse you, but it's something brand new, and I think that's what the most important thing we forget is Franchise could come up with a whole new game plan, especially with Fatal Strike in his corner, to make something happen.
Yep, and what you see the replays right now. What a showing of map number 1 from Avexi's. Ultimately, it was Franchise who had the better hot hand in this situation. Rushy's now, I like the slow motion too, a little bit of a nice slow-mo view. Get to see it all in action, but what a game it was between Denial and Rise. Ultimately, Rise playing without their 5th. PR, I'm going to ask you, is that the difference maker? Is Powers going to help them force a game 3? Would they win that match? Would that tip the scale with Powers on this team?
I think it will tip the scales because you saw a lot of these fights, whether it be on Old Town or an Impact. You have players like Icy, you have players like Franchise and Rushes who are kind of going up and they're getting the slaying kills that they need the most. And I talked about it before. Yes, you lose that slaying power and you gain a whole new tactical advantage with getting Keem. But in Gears of War right now in the state and the meta, the way it's played, you need to have those slayers kind of backing up everyone else. And when you lose one of the biggest slayers in the game, one of the biggest up-and-coming slayers, that's a huge dent in your whole strategy.
Powers fits their identity, I would say, a lot more than Keem. I know Keem was an ex-teammate of these guys, even got top 3 with players like Drix, but Powers is a very, very aggressive, very, very fast. He wall bounces, he uses quick movement, and so do people like Avexi, so do people like Detox. So he kind of fits their identity a lot more to me than Keem does. Obviously, keep in mind, Keem hasn't played an event in how many events now? He's also been coaching, so for him, despite him being a great player, it's very hard to fill the shoes of who a lot of us call the most skilled player in Gears of War right now.
You got to pay some respect to Keem for being able to pick up the sticks again as a coach, return to being a player, and do what he's doing. And of course, they did put a challenge up against this Denial squad, especially in map number 1. Also, to close out that point, you have Drix, who is that tactical player. Keem plays homes, Drix plays homes. They both fill that role. Like you said, we know they played together in Season 1. The meta has changed here in Season 2. Talk about the way the meta has changed here and in the second season of Gears Esports.
In the second season of Gears Esports, the meta to me has turned into a hurricane. It's a Category 5. If you see it coming, you either bunker down or you go head-to-head with a hurricane, and you're more likely than not going to get wiped off the map. I love the way that these teams play. They play fast, they play in your face, they make you beat them with our staple weapon. It's got to be a Nasher fight. You got to get close, you got to get guttural, and you got to make something happen. That's what makes this the best game around, baby, because there's nothing better than a close-range headbutt and 2 rams going out on a mountainside. Ooh, locking horns, that national fight gets me hype every time.
And the reason it is that way because, to answer your question, the meta right now is the boom shot. You are going to see so many boom shots placed throughout this tournament. We saw it at the Invitational as well. It's to the point now where you're seeing it after even the first round sometimes, right? We saw after round 2 on map number 2. There's so many boom shots being placed, and that's what opens up those opportunities, like you said, Colin, for those close-range Nasher fights, for those high-intensity, high-octane team fights. And like I said, I think we're going to see that for the rest of the weekend.
Yeah, but on the topic of meta, one thing that we haven't seen just yet is use of the overkill. I know we're going to jump topics here just a little bit, but we saw it here.
I call it the boombox.
They call it the boombox. That's great. We saw it in their match number 1. You saw Crash pick it up. Ribs and I had a conversation, and I know Node Zero, the lead multiplayer designer for Gears of War, is in the audience. He is very passionate about this topic. No one really at the pro level knows how to use that overkill yet.
There's actually one person that I know is
perfect.
He's
on the stage. He actually just won that match. Rushies is probably, and this is back where there was a couple changes made to the overkill a few times, and it got reverted back. Rushies, before the changes happened, he was kind of surprising people, and they were like, "Oh my, what does he hit me with? What does he hit me with?" They kind of like took it around a little bit, but now Rushies is back with that overkill. If you drop that in Rushies' hand, he knows how to use it. He won't get close, and he'll still chunk you.
I remember the first time we were scrimming Ghost Gaming with my old Echo Fox team, and that was placed. And again, we had never really seen that before, right? It's a very, very underutilized weapon. That weapon was placed in the incinerator area of Forge Blitz, and I remember the player, it was either Rushy or Identims, who picked it up and went on an absolute killing spree with it, and that's what made me call it the boombox. So like we're just getting like, it's like boom, 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 we're just all dying. So that's what kind of spawned the term boombox, a very, very powerful weapon. I would love to see more teams use that.
Real quick, Ryan, I want to help my man Jacob out. It's a savant. You said it's a savant. That's the word you're looking for.
We got a new word here.
A savant, baby.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Beautiful word for you to use. It's when you're a master with something artiste.
The teamwork makes the dream work on the casting desk and, of course, on the sticks on the main stage. That's going to be it for us and this casting crew. It's been a pleasure, and what a match it has been. But, of course, we have 2 more matches left, and they're going to be great ones. We'll be back with some more Gears of War esports action in just a bit.